Well, they say it's not rocket science. Well, this actually is.
Welcome back to the Rocket Science podcast. So, what are you expecting from us for today's topics?
Well, today is a bit we're most youth focused, and we're gonna talk a bit more about our experiences and some of the pros and cons probably.
Yeah, can say. So, last maybe if you watch our podcast, you will remember that the last time we talked about certificates, this volunteering and certificates thing, and we also told you that we're gonna discuss about international events later. So yeah, this is it right now. We're gonna talk about it.
Yeah.
So if you're ready, then let's begin and let's go with the flow. This one question when it comes to international events or conferences, it's not about volunteering anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, it's also a part of it, but besides volunteering and the rest, there comes like conferences, like attending conferences and joining international events, with a big high profile. So whenever you see those kind of like events announcement, what comes into your mind first as a Myanmar youth, specifically as a Myanmar youth?
Yeah, we mostly comes with I think the most important thing for the conference for the youth is networking. We need to go with networking flow. I think it's the second place. Knowledge sharing is in the second place.
Yeah.
Networking is the first place. Well, it depends on how many events, what kind of event it is. So when we talk about these conferences regarding the youth focus, it depends on what kind of conference it is. But mostly, I think all of them should focus on networking. And second place is knowledge sharing, of course. And in conferences, we can like networking, like connecting with all these other youth in the same area, or maybe on a different area, or maybe even not in just youth. You can connect with all the different level of experiences, different level of life experiences you can obtain from all these leaders and all these the people who come to the conference. You may networking, and then you can share each other some knowledge and experiences. You can gain some more benefits from there in terms of whatever you feel you're going through. That's how the benefit you're going. For the youth in Myanmar is they also mostly have to focus on experiences. What kind of conference are they attending, and who are the people coming to this? Who are the people coming to this conference? So we need to be we need to gain some experiences from these international conferences as a youth in Myanmar. We have to grab all these opportunities as we can.
Well, I think it's a bit harder for a Myanmar youth nowadays to join conferences such as international conference level, because even though some of the conferences are fully funded or partial funded, it requires registration fees. Like maybe $80, $90. So that kind of like around that kind of dollar. So you have to pay for the application fees, those kind of things, and then it's not quite sure whether you will be selected or not. So it's quite difficult for Myanmar youth, especially Myanmar youth, because why I'm focusing Myanmar youth is because of our country's situation as well. Also, it's a bit harder for them to get out from the country to join these kind of conferences. It's a bit expensive, but from their side, I think it's not that much for the youth to pay and to this such kind of conference, this such kind of glamorous conference, because it has everything. You can get network, you can meet with so many leaders, around the world. So from so many aspects of areas. So I think that's also worth it. They are creating such a global network for everyone. So for them, they think it's fair to ask this specific amount of registration fee. But for some of the youth, they can't afford it, so they started finding for the fully funded. So it's even though there are so many fully funded fields, but it's not that much easy, to find out fully funded or like fully funded conferences, of course. From my point of view, I think conferences are kind of like made of for global network, like you said. it's for the global network. But for my personal experience, I would say that it's more like a personal development for you. You know, like first of all, you don't get just by attending one conference, it won't change the whole world. It will not impactful. You know, it will not be impactful. It can't change anything just by attending this one conference, but it can definitely change your personality and your personal development for sure, because you're seeing like everyone for the first time with the leaders, with like-minded youth like you, so it's so engaging for you and so so new for you, you know, to see these kind of things and these kind of discussions. um for the discussions, like they literally gave all the youth to discuss the global issues. Maybe for example, like education part or technology part, you know, those kind of areas. So they have this separate group discussion for youth to engage to get a solution. But it doesn't mean that those solutions will be used in real life. Once this conference is done, they don't use, like normally they don't usually use these kind of solution to make it impactful to implement this. So yeah, I think that's the, like, for now, I my idea of conferences are mainly depend on your personal development as well. Yeah.
That's also one of the reasons too, but that cannot be the only reason. It's not going to be like fair enough for for all the resources to put into in this conference. For example, like youth in Myanmar in these days are like facing the hard time difficulties. They cannot pay all these amounts to join these conferences.
Yeah.
I think at some points they gotta reduce the cost, or maybe they gotta like make some offers that many people will actually join without without actually paying, or without needing to pay too much money on that. So the money is also important there too. But they're already doing a conference with lots of leaders in these days. They should have like at least coverage all these, or the whole event, the whole conference for in terms of financial situation. They don't always need the youth to give them money. All right, so because they're already like successful and all these stuff like that. So it's I know I get what they're doing too. They want to have this commitment on this day.
Yeah,
You can always join, fill the form, writing essay, and then just don't come no more. You can't just do like that. But you gotta have some commitment as well. But if the price is too much, not many youth will join this. It is impossible to join for many youth in Myanmar today.
yeah,
It's very high
definitely.
price if it is. You gotta just gotta reduce it. But some points, like they refund the cost, the application form fees or something like that. They
Yeah.
refund it if you are not selected, but they don't refund it for selected. You don't need to you get no more. But even if the fees already is really high in the first place, you don't even look at the refund no more. It's already high. You can't pay no more. So
Yeah.
they got to reduce the opportunities for youth like that. So another part is like networking and like personal development, as you say. Yeah, is necessary for that too. But the other part of that is what they're discussing right now. What they're discussing should actually impact for the world. But if, for example, like even the UN conferences, they don't actually have they have solution, the mouth solution, not
Yeah.
actually not
They don't take
actually
action.
yeah action
Yeah.
solution. They don't have the action solution.
Yeah.
Exactly. They have only mouth solution. So it's not worth it. I think it's not worth it no more. But for youth part, yeah, it's worth it. You gotta have your personal development. You gotta have your networking. But for in the level of political level that includes all these like big names, big leaders without much of the youths in there, you definitely need all these after impact, after these conferences. You actually need to take action on these things because they're not taking action mostly. In most of the Asian countries, mostly Southeast Asian countries, are facing all these difficulties, and they're ignoring all of that just by saying those empathetic words in the meeting, and then just doing absolutely nothing behind the back.
Yeah.
These are shit. I think these are yeah, yeah. If it's so hard, if it's still so hard, I would still
Yeah.
say it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
But for the youth, it's definitely worth it.
Yeah, for the youth, yeah, definitely, of course. It's like, well, I would say that conferences are not completely useless. I mean, like for us youth, like us, it's quite useful for us, uh, because we are building ourselves, we are developing ourselves. So these kind of conferences literally it's necessary for us, to get into and uh, to get to know the world, like to step outside of your comfort zone and you just meet with the new people and make friends and talk with. So yeah, that's definitely need for us. But even though the prices are high, they, I mean, from their side, I think that's also fair for them, to um like to ask us for money, because I mean though they are planning these big events and big conference with so much leaders, like high profile leaders. So in order, if you want experience, if you want to meet these kind of leaders, then you gotta pay. Like it's like you gotta earn it. You gotta earn it. If you want this, then just pay for it. I mean, it's not even like for I'm just talking about like registration fee only. But for the fully funded, yeah, they cover like some of the conference, they cover accommodation and everything, if flight tickets and everything. So but some they don't cover for flight tickets, but they cover for the rest of the thing. So for the fully funded, that's still fine. For the youth that they are who are trying to register for the fully funded, that's still fine. But for the self-funded, that's like, it's like you don't need, they got this higher chance of, not higher chance, it's like they definitely get into the
Exclusive,
yeah,
I say.
they literally get into the conference without doing absolutely nothing. Like they don't need to write XC like us, but that's, and I'm not complaining, but that's fair. Like because they pay for it, right? So it's self-funded is like, if you want this experience, you want this opportunity, so you pay for it and you attend it, you join it, and you get the opportunity. So that's I think that's brilliant. I would say that. I mean, it's not like forcing. This if you want this, then there are so many options, then you get to choose. But behind these conferences, I believe only few people will choose self-funded opportunities. I mean, I believe that they will also know it, like who will pay this amount of money to first, to spend in this like 3 or 4 days conferences. Who would, right? They will only choose like fully funded or partial funded, or maybe, yeah, only that option. They will only choose that. So I'm not quite sure though, but that how it works, I believe. So I've joined one of the conference. I'm not gonna name it too, but I just want to share the experience. So I've joined one of the conference and it was super great. I would say that because it was very convenience for me, and very comfortable as well, because you don't need to pay anything. It's just free. You don't need to pay a registration fee or anything. It's just free. You just need to write an essay and everything. So once you're selected, you get into the conference and you get to meet with the leaders and with few like-minded people like you. So I was being selected, and I went into that conference. It was it was kind of like one of a lifetime opportunity. I would say that it was so crazy, and because it was the first time that I got into the like human building, so I would say that. So it was glamorous and it was so immersive. So I was so nervous at that time. So I believe every youth who gets their first time experience will feel nervous and cannot focus on other people development but themselves. They are taking these experiences for only themselves, for them to for their own benefits. Like I would say that, because I was doing the same as well. I was taking the experiences, I was taking the opportunities, I was just building myself. you know but I wasn't ready to share with the other people at that time, because I was building my own experience and my own confidence at the time. So yeah, that happens. And there's one fun discussion between me and the one of the youth in there in dinner time, I guess. I would say that. So we were just having a conversation, and he came across and said like, I don't like these kind of conferences because like we got we got nothing, absolutely nothing. Like those solutions that we discuss are not impactful, and it's not useful in outside. So he would just complain about like how he disliked these kind of conferences. I was like, well, at least you get these opportunities, right? They're offering you, and you get to meet these kind of leaders with you. So that's your like how can I say that you're lucky enough to be one of the selected people in this one of the selected youth in this conference, right? So you gotta appreciate it at least, right? Even though you don't like these kind of conferences, but it was like the beginning of your journey. The mark, it's just one mark for your successful journey ahead. So I would say that. So he was like, yeah, maybe, but I still don't like it, So then why you stay here, So that's those kind of things. So some of the youth are just like us. They don't like these kind of conferences, the idea of conferences, because they feel like it's not that useful enough, to be impactful for the world. But I would say take it as a positive way, like look in the bright side, what you get and how you can do it. I would say that you have to keep consistent in whatever you do. Like if you apply for this conference, like for this from this specific organization, then you just like okay, you just select it and you just get in the conference and you celebrate your success, and then you just take a few photos and upload it and then just finish. Once the conference is done, you get home and you post the photos of yourself and then just finish. Then you will not get um any other opportunities in your life. Like you have to find another one. So in order to get more opportunities and to share with more people, you need to engage, stay engaged and like build your network and stay consistent. I would say that's how you can get more opportunities on your way. So I think that's how conferences are aiming, or maybe that's their purpose, to for the more youth.
You should say that this is on the other side, but it's only they're only selecting the higher level of these youth, not in the intermediate level or the lower level of youth. They're not selecting none of them. They only select the higher level. In terms of I'm talking about financial situation.
But I don't think they are
Yeah,
they are
mostly
choosing like that.
because if you're not paying, how are you going to go?
No,
there?
it's just for free. I'm just saying for free conferences.
Free conference is
For the fully
limited.
funded, yeah.
It's limited.
Yeah, of course,
Series
everything is limited.
Yeah, it fully is limited.
You
It's
can't
not
you can't
always-
ask for every youth and enter in conferences.
I think you should. I think they should. They should, because they
I
are
don't think
full
so.
of like not if they know that they can prove that they're in a difficult situation, they can prove that they are in a very bad situation. But to truly want to go into this conference, you can write some essay, you can shoot the video, talk and stuff like that. You can actually prove it. They should allow the youth to actually
Yeah,
go to that
They will judge you.
freely.
They will judge you.
Freely, yeah. What do you mean
They will
judge
judge.
you?
I mean, you
judge
need to have
essays and
skills.
that,
You need to
yeah.
have skills also. Okay,
So,
if you
yeah,
want to
it- yeah,
get
it's skills.
selected, then be skillful.
Yeah.
Then you'll be selected.
I'm talking about the limited situation of the fully funded right now.
Oh,
The
fully
limited
funded,
situation is
yeah.
fully funded. Yeah, you gotta let all the youths come into here and then like actually prove
And
that
you
they're
gotta
under
pick.
difficulties. And then if they can actually prove the difficulties in Myanmar, they can prove all of them. All of them can actually prove that if they have skills,
Yeah.
they should be able to attend these conferences as experiences. They should. I think these can be used as a, how do you say, the next step for whatever you're going through. The next step is you said it's only focused on these development and these things these conferences are, but what about the solutions part? Is like youth, we're not directly involved in the solution part. We're too young for these
Yeah.
decision making of all these global factors, but we should at least have a say in this if they like connect with actual other biggest organizations. That we youth should have say in this and decision making stuff. We can actually have say in this, and then we can make the change. We can actually make the impactful in changing the world situation. Like for example, like global warming part. Like we might have some solutions in there, but nobody can actually think of creative solutions or inventions that can actually help reduce the temperature of the world right now. For example, of this global warming situation, and that they should actually take action on this and like maximize the production level, and then like create this impactful solution for the world. That's how it should like bring all these youth into life, and then like creation or in creation of these productivity.
Yeah. I mean, it was like, for you like us, like you said, it's so hard for us, to involve in decision making. But we have a say. We have a say in conferences. Like we can.
It's just only saying.
Yeah.
We should have a shared say in actual decision making. They should actually take our words seriously and taking all those solution into a different level, into an impactful level. Without you can just say we can just say everyone can have a say. You can post a video on the internet that you have a say. You can post
Yeah.
it on YouTube. You can have your say, but what about the actual impact of what you're saying? What you're saying, if what you're saying is worth it, they should actually take action on these whatever you're saying. If it's worth it, I think most people, most youth today will have these words that are actually worth it.
Well, but it's I would say that it's only a few people will have these kind of ideas and these kind of impactful words in conferences, because the reality of conferences is just to get the experience. That's I would say that's the basic. That's totally basic. Like if it's international conference, then you get onto the flight and just onto the flight and you just flying away to the another
Yeah, okay, you
country.
fly. You're gonna
Yeah,
fly yourself.
sorry. So you go to another country, and then get the experience, get like feel the nature of the different different cultures and different beauties of that country. So I think all the conferences, like most of the international conferences, purpose is just that, like for youth to get more experience in maybe traveling or in meeting with new people, communicating and talking. Because I see that in an introverted way, like in different people, different culture, they meet up and they discuss, but it's just a short amount of time. Like we don't get, like, for a project, for one project to finish it needs time. Maybe it takes time, like a 6 months or 1 year. It's like a with a proposal, with proposal time, it takes definitely like over 6 month time to implement the whole project, to get in real life. But for these kind of conferences are not made for those kind of things. It doesn't have vision. It doesn't have like I wouldn't say that it doesn't have vision. It has vision, but it's not like a long term impactful vision. It's like it's only for youth to create a community for them to have this wonderful experience, in different countries. So that's the thing that we need to be aware of, because within 1 or 2 days or 3 or 4 days, you cannot change anything. You can only get experience from these kind of from wherever you are or whoever you're meeting. You can get connection, you can get opportunities from those kind of conference. You meet someone and they offer you something, because you are so, maybe you can express yourself well, and you can, you have this talent and you have this skill. So some of the leader, they see you and they're like, okay, I'm offering you this opportunity, career opportunities or work opportunities, some kind of thing. So you got offer just because of you attend this conference. So I think the idea of conferences, international conferences, are just that, to build you more stronger and to, like, pave your path a little bit more wider, a little bit more open, so that you can see like way ahead of your future, like what you want to be, and how like how you want to continue your life, like how will you share your community back, once um only a few people, like a few youth, will share their experience and their opportunities with other people, to follow them, so to guide them, so that they guide those youth. So yeah, I wouldn't say that conferences are made for such kind of long-term impactful things. Yeah.
For the idea, so we should only use that as a how to say experience, just experience or a stepping stone for what career you build, what you're building. And then you can have your own community. With your own community, you can create a better, create a better experience, a better impact that can actually change the world. That we cannot always just say the change in the world. It's different. It's difficult to change the world into something that we wish, but it's not easy. But with the power of all these youth, we can actually change it. But it's not always words. Words. I say these days, words don't matter no more. Action matters. Action actually matters. Words can be. It's too much words in these days. Oh, social medias and conversations everywhere. Words is too much abundant. But the action is too low, too very low, and they should take more action rather than more words. So we can use these experiences as a stepping stone, and we can actually create our own opportunities. We can create our own impact in creating these actions rather than abundance of these voices. That's how it should be, I guess.
Yeah. There's a saying I just remember, like, no trees grows overnight. Like, you need to build step by step in order to create an impactful war, an impactful dialogue, and impactful action. You need to take time to build it. You need to like combine more youth to be engaged in these kind of things. Like, there's also another saying, I just love it. Like, maybe it's related to this kind of international conference. Like, if you follow the eagles, then you will fly, but if you follow the duck, you will just pluck. So it's like, if you follow these kind of international conferences, maybe you will at some point you will know what exactly you have to do, for this world, and for your own community, what you can give back to your own community from this conference, what you can change, what you can impact to your society. So yeah. So I would say, like, chase these kind of conferences as much as you can. Just fill the form. Like, what I would recommend to fill the form that needs to pay that asks you like registration fees. So I would recommend you to fill this kind of form, but find opportunities, find conferences that are fully funded, so that you can get your chance. You can have your say. You can shape yourself, more sharpened, and you can strengthen your skills and your confidence. You can exchange your ideas in, like, to build a better community, to build a better world, for yourself and also for the rest of the people.
Yeah, community is very important in these days, and so in creating all these impact and creating all these decision making and changing the world requires our communities, requires all these power from our, especially youth in these days. We're the future of the future of the world. So we're gonna have to like express our ideas, express our opinions on these global factors. We can, if we actually have to say in this, we might actually have we might actually have a little bit of ideas, a little bit of opinion on these creating big decisions, big impacts in the world. So we should keep on doing this. We should keep on learning, and then with the power of these communities, I think we can create a better world for tomorrow, and for all of us. Actually, we're gonna create our own world to be the better world like than we had in the past.
Yeah. I mean, when you get in the conferences, you can get a certificate, but it can't open. I mean, it can open the door for you, but it can't walk through you. Like, you have to make it yourself. You have to like try harder for yourself. For yourself and for your own community. I would say that. So yeah, I hope you enjoying this little conversation about these kind of international conferences. So I mean, if you have any opinions about these, then just let us know.
Yeah, exactly. So in the next time, we're going to talk something more about, you'll see, right? You'll see. So these days, I think you're going to have something to think about this discussion. I hope you guys like the video, and that's the end of this podcast. So don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
Yep. So we'll see you in the next episode. Why that light is straight to my eyes? Literally straight to my eyes.
What is freaking wrong with you?
I don't know. It's literally.
It's gonna mess up in editing. You better do your damn job.
Yeah. It would be like a videos. Behind the scenes.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Not that BTS. Come on, mister.
Alright, that's something for the answer.
Yeah, but don't you think it's a bit harder nowadays for a Myanmar cat? That two can need to separate.
Yeah.
They're gonna start fighting. It's gonna mess up. You gotta restart.
start with your part first. I'm not gonna. Yeah, it's recording. Ah. That's it. That's not the ending line.
That's the ending line. That's been my ending line since last time. Go take a picture now. It's 28 minutes, not bad. Got cat a lot in the video. Business. Also the voice, the background voice.